When we woke up, it was just another day. The only thing different was supposed to be a conscious effort to appreciate firemen, EMTs, and policemen, the people that work as first responders.
This day was chosen because of the date, September 11th, or 9/11.
But the events that would take place over the next few hours would forever change the way we looked at 9/11.
At 7:59, American Airlines Flight 11, a Boeing 767, departs 14 minutes late from Logan International Airport bound for Los Angeles, California. 5 hijackers are aboard.
8:14, United Airlines Flight 175, another fully fueled Boeing 767 carrying 56 passengers and 9 crew members, departs from Boston Logan Airport, also bound for Los Angeles. 5 hijackers are aboard.
8:19, Betty Ong, a flight attendant on Flight 11, alerts American Airlines via an airphone.
My name is Betty Ong. I'm number 3 on Flight 11, and the cockpit is not answering their phone. Our number 1 has been stabbed, and our 5 has been stabbed. We can't breathe in business class. Somebody's got mace or something. We can't even get into the cockpit. We don't know who's up there.
8:20, American Airlines Flight 77, a Boeing 757 with 58 passengers and 6 crew members, departs from Dulles International Airport in Fairfax, Virginia, for Los Angeles. 5 hijackers are aboard.
8:26, Flight 11 makes a 100-degree turn to the south, heading toward New York City. 8:37, Flight 175 confirms sighting of hijacked Flight 11 to flight controllers 10 miles to its south.
8:42,
Flight 175 is hijacked.
United Airlines Flight 93, a Boeing 757 takes off with 37 passengers and 7 crew members from Newark International Airport, bound for San Francisco International Airport, following a 40-minute delay due to congested runways. 4 hijackers are aboard.
8:46, Flight 11 crashes into the north face of the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
You are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
8:54, Flight 77 deviates from its assigned course, turning south over Ohio.
8:55, President George W. Bush is at Booker Elementary School in Sarasota as part of a scheduled visit to promote education when presidential advisor Karl Rove informs him that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
8:58, Flight 175 takes a heading toward New York City.
9:01, the FAA's New York Center contacts New York Terminal Approach Control and asks for help in locating Flight 175.
9:02, Flight 175 crashes into the south face of the South Tower of the World Trade Center.
Oh, another one just hit. Something else just hit. A very large plane just flew directly over my building, and there's been another collision. Can you see it? I can see it on the shot. I wonder if there are air traffic control problems.
Jennifer, did you see this happen?
I've never seen any. It looks like a movie. I saw a large plane, like a jet, going immediately headed directly into the World Trade Center. It just flew into it, into the other tower, coming from south to north. I watched the plane fly into the World Trade Center. It was a jet. It was a very large plane. It was going south and then went in. I've never seen anything like it. It literally flew itself into World Trade Center. And it was a jet. I couldn't believe my eyes watching it right above me.
9:03, President Bush enters a classroom as part of his school visit. 9:05, after brief introductions to the Booker Elementary students, President Bush is about to begin reading The Pet Goat to the students when Chief of Staff Andrew Card whispers to the president, "A second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack." The president decides to continue the lesson rather than alarm the students.
9:23, Flight 93 receives a warning message text from United Airlines flight dispatcher. Beware of any cockpit intrusion. 2 aircraft have hit the World Trade Center.
9:28. Hijackers storm the cockpit on Flight 93 and take over the flight. The entry of the hijackers is overheard by flight controllers at Cleveland.
United 93, you're unreadable. Say again slowly.
Is that 956?
Vector 956, go.
We did hear that yelling too. Sounded like someone said they have a bomb on board.
That's what we thought. Okay, we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
9:29. President Bush makes his first public statements about the attacks in front of an audience of about 200 teachers and students at the elementary school. He states that he will be going back to Washington, that we've had a national tragedy, and leads a moment of silence.
9:32. Controllers at the Dulles Terminal Radar Approach Control in Virginia observe a primary radar target tracking eastbound at a high rate of speed, referring to Flight 77.
9:35. Flight 93 reverses direction over Ohio and starts flying eastward.
United 93, verify your level of 350. United 93, Cleveland. United 93, Cleveland. United 93, if you're at Cleveland Center, identify, please.
That aircraft you can't get a hold of, is he turned to the east now?
East, just turned to the east also. United 93, you're here at Cleveland Center.
9:37. Flight 77 crashes into the western side of the Pentagon.
We do also have somebody to talk with us who was an eyewitness to the actual crash. His name is Tim Timmerman. You're a pilot. Tell us what you saw.
Well, I was looking out the window. I live on the 16th floor overlooking the Pentagon and the corner apartment, so I have quite a panorama. And being next to National Airport, I hear jets all the time, but this jet engine I heard was way too loud. I looked out to the southwest, and it came right down 395, right over Columbia Pike, and as it went by the Sheraton Hotel, the pilot added power to the engine, and I saw it hit, and then the conflagration took, just engulfed everything in flames. It was horrible.
What can you tell us about the plane itself?
It was a Boeing 757, American Airlines, no question.
9:43. The White House and the Capitol are evacuated and closed.
9:45. United States airspace is shut down.
9:59. The South Tower of the World Trade Center begins to collapse.
Just coming down, Pat. It is just coming down. The debris is flying. It's going to run.
The first tower has collapsed.
The entire building has just collapsed. It folded down on itself, and it is not there anymore.
We're talking about massive casualties here at the moment, and we have...
Unbelievable. Who would have ever thought we would have witnessed something like this?
10:03. United Airlines Flight 93 is crashed by its hijackers and passengers due to fighting in the cockpit 80 miles southeast of Pittsburgh in Somerset County, Pennsylvania.
United 93, do you still hear Cleveland? United 93, United 903, do you hear Cleveland? United 93, United 93, Cleveland. United 93, United 93, do you hear Cleveland Center?
10:10. Part of the west side of the Pentagon collapses.
10:28. The North Tower of the World Trade Center begins to collapse.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
And there, as you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, is collapsing. Good Lord.
The second World Trade Tower has just collapsed. The debris and the smoke is so thick where I am, but it appears the entire building has collapsed. People are literally running through the streets. They are running from Center Street in Lower Manhattan, trying to get away from the smoke, which is absolutely choking. It is difficult to breathe, and right now there's nothing here but shock on the streets of Lower Manhattan. John?
America, offer a prayer.
2:39. New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani holds a press conference.
Today is obviously one of the most difficult days in the history of the city and the country. The number of casualties will be more than any of us can bear, ultimately.
5:20. 7 World Trade Center, a 47-story building that had sustained damage from falling debris in widespread fires, collapses.
Look behind us, please. Pan in this way, please.
The building coming down.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
We are getting information now that one of the other buildings, Building 7 in the World Trade Center complex, is on fire and has either collapsed or is collapsing.
Building 7, a 47-story building as part of the World Trade Center complex, collapsed.
6:54. President Bush arrives at the White House. 8:30. President Bush addresses the nation.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Tonight, I ask for your prayers for all those who grieve, for the children whose worlds have been shattered, for all whose sense of safety and security has been threatened. And I pray they will be comforted by a power greater than any of us, spoken through the ages in Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you. Good night, and God bless America.
11:30. President Bush enters into his journal. The Pearl Harbor of the 21st century took place today. We think it's Osama bin Laden.